You ever seen a keyboard that makes you stop and think, how many combinations is too many? Yeah, this one may have found the limit. Hey everyone, welcome back to Scoop Bar. Today we're looking at something that sits right between industrial design and craftsmanship, the Fragment. An F13 TKL from the UK studio, a bunch of numbers. This board is built around one idea, craft meets customization. It's a very interesting board. It's trying to merge handcrafted artisan materials with engineering precision. You can mix aluminum, brass, wood, resin, across thousands and thousands of possible case combinations. It's a little bit wild. The group buy runs from November 10th to December 10th of 2025, and what caught my eye isn't just the variety. It's how they're pulling this off across 3 different manufacture settings across 2 countries. The metal parts are machined in China, the wood is milled there at a different factory, but finished in the UK, and the resin accents are casted and polished at a different part in the UK as well. It's a balancing act between factory precision and handmade finishing. Unboxing the prototype, the numbered carrying case caught my eye. It's a playful and premium at the same time. The board itself feels solid, around 22mm front height with a 24mm effective front height, 8-degree typing angle, and a low profile that makes it easy on the wrists. The specs are loaded: F13 layout, hot swap PCB, plateless, Gummy O-ring or top mount options, split navigation, optional badges, and plates in anodized aluminum or brass. You can even choose wood or resin inserts, and since every resin piece is hand casted, no 2 boards are exactly alike. The QC system is tiered. A stock means nearly perfect, B stock allows light cosmetic marks. For wood and resin, natural variation is the rule, not a flaw. Grain lines, not swirls, which honestly, I like it. It makes everything very unique. But before we get into how this board is built, let's set a reference. Here's the Fragment with MX Black on aluminum plate in the Gummy O-ring mount compared to the Neo65 Cu. Same switches, same plate. This should give you a sense of what the Fragment is doing differently. A Bunch of Numbers is a small UK studio that blends machine precision with handcrafted finishes. Their process is surprisingly transparent. The metal parts are CNC'd in China, wood milled in China at a different factory but hand finished in the UK, resin cast and polished entirely in the UK as well. The final assembly and QC is done in the UK under their supervision. It's a distributed manufacturing setup chosen to pair each material with the people best equipped to do it. It adds complexity. Resin quantities are capped, logistics are heavy, but it gives the final board a sense of artisanal craftsmanship. They've already confirmed updates for production, silicone alignment pins, booster O-ring clips, and improved anodization color matching. They're even flying out to approve samples and check color consistency in person. I really appreciate the attention to detail and the level of standard they are expecting from themselves. The design philosophy is simple but ambitious. Make a fully modular TKL that can go from minimalist aesthetics to experimental maximus depending on how you configure it. The shell is CNC'd aluminum. You can slot in wood or resin side accents, brass inserts, and custom badges or backplate cutouts. The mounting system is what really makes it stand out. Plateless Gummy O-ring mount where a silicone ring hugs the PCB to isolate it from the case. The prototype clips were a bit too tight, but the production versions will loosen them. You can run it plateless for more flex or top mounted by bridging the 1mm gap with a plate contact. They're also adding multiple O-ring diameters, 30A, 50A being the default, 70A injection molded alignment pins to stop hard contact, and even metal masters for resin molds to smooth out swirl patterns. Also, I do want to highlight how well thought out a bunch of numbers O-ring implementation is here. The way it slots into the PCB makes the install easier and with no clip-in only stab restriction. Not to mention, you're able to do a Gummy O-ring mount in plateless with this design. It's one of those wow, it looks simple, but it took a lot of thought and design to make it happen. This is where I always appreciate designers like a bunch of numbers who are constantly trying to look at things with a different angle and improve on things, pushing the hobby forward. Another small but clever touch, magnetized angle screws for easy assembly and dark plate finishes so that the internals visually disappear once built. I know it's minor, but man, I cannot tell you how many times I get a white plate and when I'm done building, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Also, did I mention the fragments got over 11,000 combinations? That's equal parts exciting for buyers as it is terrifying for the fulfillment team. I like the contrast and balance when it comes to the aesthetics. The aluminum gives it structure, wood gives warmth, and resin gives a pop of color and depth. Each piece feels personal and has a reason to be there. The prototype I have has a glossy wood accent, but they're testing a matte finish for production version. I will say with the glossy finish, you'll notice imperfection more when it comes to divots or unevenness due to how light reflects. If you're concerned about that, I will recommend the matte wood finish. You've got anodization tones like Frost, which is silver, and Dune, which is closer to tan. The Dune sample was slightly darker due to thicker anodization, which they're currently tweaking. It's the kind of board that can shift personalities. Keep it subtle with brushed aluminum and driftwood, or go bold with translucent resin and brass highlights. My personal pick, a drift color 1 keyless plateless build with brass accents, no backplate cutouts, and split nav badges. To me, it's a balance of minimalist look with a colorful pop. One small caution, if you're using wood, humidity matters. It will expand or contract slightly over time. Keep it in a stable environment and you'll be fine. Typing on Fragment is like adjusting a dial between soft and crisp. The O-ring mount gives the board that deep muted tone, especially in 30A or 50A setups. Softer O-ring tend to give a gentler bounce and a more open sound. Step up to 70A, you get a more compression and sharper, denser note. Going plateless opens up the sound, switches breathe a little bit more. Add a plate, brass, aluminum, palm, FR4, and you bring back structure and bite. The 8-degree typing angle is easy on the hands, and that 20mm front height keeps your wrist relaxed even during long sessions. I absolutely love how the MX Blacks on plateless sounds with the O-ring mount. So we're going to close out the sound section with 2 quick back-to-back sound tests. First, same MX Black build, aluminum plate, but switching between mounts, Gummy O-ring versus top mount. And right after that, we're going to take the plate out entirely. Gummy O-ring with plate versus plateless. Same setup otherwise. See if you can catch how the openness shifts the tone. Fragment is one of the more unique boards I've come across in a while. It's for people who like to tune, experiment, and build character into their setup. If you enjoy exploring how materials and mounts change sound, you will probably like this board. Collectors will probably enjoy it as well. No two boards will look the same, but fair warning, it's not plug and play. You're buying into a system that rewards tinkering and patience. If you're in the US, keep an eye on tariffs. Wood or resin configurations usually qualify as UK origin, which means around a 10% tariff as of this video release. Other configurations may get hit with a 45% tariff as they don't qualify as UK origin products. Before we close this review out, here's a fun sound test. Two completely different setups that show how flexible this board can be. Wingtree Yuying on the aluminum plate, Gummy O-ring mount, versus HMX Retro T on PP plate, top mount. Listen how both the switch and plate materials shift the resonance. So here's where I land on Fragment. It's artisanal craftsmanship meets customization. You're getting modularity that's actually meaningful and not gimmicky. Between the plateless O-ring mount, handmade accents, it's pushing what a TKL can be. The highlights are easy to spot. The mount feels great. The material mix looks incredible. The configurator is great to get an idea what your build will look like. QC and transparency seem genuinely solid. The downside? Complexity. A mountain of SKUs, logistic headaches, and natural material quirks. To be fair, a bunch of numbers have proven themselves with complex fulfillment in their Quantum 60, but that's part of the deal when you're chasing individuality. For me, the Drift 1 keyless plateless build is the sweet spot. It nails the balance between engineered and organic. If you like this kind of exploration into boards that care about feel, sound, and materials, go ahead and like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next build.